Welcome, library friends, to another episode of Paper Cuts, where we're going to be showing you how to make some lucky stars, because who does not want some lucky stars this year, am I right? So, unlike a lot of origami models and what we did last week, this does not need a square. You see this little strip I've got here? We're going to use this little strip. So you can buy these. As I said last time, you can buy origami paper. You just search for Lucky Star strips and you can buy these off of Amazon. They come in plain paper, they come in sparkles, they come in iridescents. You can get all kinds of colors. You can also go online, do a search for printable Lucky Star strips, and you can just print them off at home. And that's probably the easiest, simplest way, because the math to do this is it's not as simple as doing a square. Because you can't just measure out everything is the same on each side. It's a ratio, and the ratio is 1 to 13. So 1 part here, 13 parts along the length. So if you are doing this with normal printer paper, you're going to cut 1/2-inch strips all the way down. And if you had a paper that was 13 inches long, you just cut an inch strip out of it. But for this one, it's really easier if you just search online for Lucky Star papers and print them out yourself, because getting all the ratio right, it takes a little more work than doing a square. But if you're trying to teach ratios, it can be a fun way to work on that. So let me show you how we are going to fold it. So the folding is actually pretty simple, but this is something that it takes time to get good at. You have to do a couple before you figure out exactly how you want to fold it and to just get a feel for it. But we're going to start off with our strip. I'm going to make a little noose necktie with it. Looks kind of like a ribbon or a bow. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold my little end here. I'm going to make it a little longer, and I'm going to fold it up through and across. So you see what we've got here? I've folded it over the long tail, and then I'm going to pull my little noose tighter until it makes a knot. Now really the best way to figure out how to do it is to do it a couple times and figure out the ways that don't work and then the ways that do work. So I'm going to flatten that out, and it gives me this. So now I'm going to fold this back, and then we're going to start wrapping the tail around our body here. So you're going to fold it up at this line, and then you're going to bring it over this side. And you want to line it up as best you can. Remember, lines and creases are very important. And we're going to turn it over, and we're going to go over the other side. So you're just going to keep doing this. And take the time. And it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing. I'm trying to make sure I'm showing you. But to keep everything tight, I can't let go, because this is just one long wrapping fold. Okay, now I've run out of paper. So I've got this little tail. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this tail, I'm going to tuck it into this pocket right here. Just slide it in at the corner. I'm just going to push it in, push it in, push it in. Now we're ready to make this into a star. So I'm going to pinch it on this side. I'm going to hold all of these corners gently but firmly. I'm going to take my thumb and pointer finger, and I'm just going to use my nails to squish these sides in. And then I'm going to shift my fingers around. I'm going to push in the next side. I'm going to push in the next side. And this is very delicate. And sometimes you'll get to this stage and your star will collapse because something's gone wrong in the folding of it. So it can be very disappointing. But now we've got a star. I'm just going to pinch the corners to give them a little more definition. And there we go. That's how you make a lucky star. And these are very addicting to make. You just buy yourself some strips. They're very cheap. And you can just go to town folding stars. Because the thing about this is you don't really have to look at what you're doing. So it can be a great activity to do to keep your hands busy when you're trying to concentrate on something. It can be something to do while you're watching a movie. And I don't know what you're going to do with all the stars once you've got them made, but I'm sure you guys can think of something creative to do. Alright guys, that's it for today. We'll see you again next week with a different origami model to make, and I hope you guys enjoy making some lucky stars.